Boy, those Trump supporters, they're some bad people. I mean, I'm getting sick of them. Just think, it was just 4 years ago we tried to have a peaceful inauguration, and they rioted throughout Washington, D.C., New York City, Chicago, various cities, smashing storefronts, beating up innocent people, smashing cars, setting fires. But this was the final straw. I mean, it was bad enough that them Trump supporters have been rioting in our cities and burned them down now for almost 7 months. Billions of dollars in destruction. Many people killed, many more injured. We got it all on film. And they don't get prosecuted. I don't understand this. Why are these Trump supporters immune to prosecution? And not one Republican has come out against them. As a matter of fact, back in 2016, many of them came out in support of them, especially in the Washington, D.C. riots. Then, when they started their rioting this year, many prominent Republicans, including the vice president, was urging people to donate the funds to get them to bail them out of jail when they did go to jail. And then you had Trump-friendly DAs in these cities and states who dropped all the charges against them. So they can get away with this immunity. And now, yesterday, we try and have a peaceful rally in Washington, D.C. Huge group of people. All we want to do was have a peaceful rally to protest the election that was stolen from us by them. I mean, remember what they did this election. Kicked out observers, put poster board up on windows. I mean, had the viewers leave and then pulled out black boxes from underneath the table and continued to count for another 2 hours. There is nothing that these Trump supporters won't do to get into power. And again, all these riots all throughout the year, not one Republican would condemn them. Matter of fact, many Republicans wouldn't even acknowledge that they exist. They were a myth when directly questioned about it. That's what they said. And then we try and have this peaceful rally in Washington, D.C., and they bring in busloads of these Trump supporters disguised as our supporters, and they create all this havoc. And then, of course, some of ours, because, I can see why our supporters are frustrated. Because, we are peaceful people. We believe, well, we'll settle our differences at the ballot box. Well, that doesn't make any difference anymore. We know that. We'll settle our difference in court. Well, that didn't make any difference. Not one court would hear one of our cases on the merits. Because obviously the Trump incoming administration, if it happens, is got a stranglehold on the courts. I mean, that's the only thing that makes any sense. Either that or the courts are just cowardly. But we're frustrated. We've seen the election. All we wanted was transparency and an audit of the votes. Well, the Trump people refuse to do that. And it's an outright disgrace. So we go to Washington, D.C., and to have a peaceful protest. And it starts off like every one of our protests, peaceful, friendly, everybody having a good time. And then, as the FBI has even said, busloads of Antifa were bussed in. And they come out with their usual busloads of Trump supporters, I'm sorry. And they come out with their usual shields, hammers, hatchets, and start busting up windows in the Capitol and break into the Capitol. We got to do something about these people. I mean, we have to do something about it. That's all I got. Thank you. Bye.